Hi folks, welcome back to Blackbeard's Detailing YouTube channel. I'm Ross. Today I'm going to do a wee rundown review of the Unilite IL-850R Inspection Lamp. Now it's just over my left shoulder there on charge. Firstly, I'd like to say I bought this with my own money. I got no discount, which wasn't advertised for other people. I did purchase it at a discounted price. I waited for an offer, a discount, so it was £75 advertised and I got £26.25 off it. So it basically cost me just under £55 for this. Now it is an absolute cracking wee bit of kit. As you can see over my right shoulder, I've got two of the bigger lamps, and I also bought this one's little brother recently, the 275R, and yeah, it's that again is another nice wee thing. There'll be a separate review on that. Now back to this one. It's got 150 lumen spot lamp, which is just activated with the wee button on the back, which you can just press and it comes on. The second press turns on the large LED strip down the front. That can be varied by using this wee roller. It's got a really smooth, nice action to it. It's not lumpy. It doesn't feel jerky at all. Put that up there so you can see it a wee touch better. You can see it just rolling up and down. Now you can vary the brightness on that. Obviously that's what that's for. I will jump on to the website just to quote that. Yeah, it's, as the name would suggest, 850R is 850 max lumens from that big bar on the front and a 150 lumen spot on the end. The end one's really good for checking out just general defects on a car. If you turn all the lights down, you can have a wee look and then basically check to see. And then this one's really good as well for when you've got coatings. You can have a wee quick scan up and down the car, make sure there's no high spots and anything left on a coating prior to final buff. Operation, so easy. As I says, it's literally just that single button, one press for the end, second press for that, and press again to turn it off. Charging is done via a Type-C USB lead. You do get the lead included in the box. It's covered by that little flap there, and again it's literally just a case of plug it in and there's a little indicator on the other side there. 5 green LED lights, obviously down at the bottom, the point at which you need to charge, and a flash indicator lets you know how charged it is, and a solid indicator all the way lets you know that's it fully charged. So there's a strong magnet section in the bottom of it, which is handy because you can stick it onto stuff as magnets do. There's also a hook section as well on, so if you've got no metals present you can hang it. Also you can bend that end section 360 degrees all the way around, and again that is a super smooth, nice feeling action. I'll try and get that caught by the camera. It's a big kind of ball top and it's so smooth, and really you basically just hold it. If you hold it steady and you move it over, there's no play in it whatsoever. It's really, really, really nice action to it, so it feels really sturdy. I bought this, I'll check on there, what was the date for it? It was the end of October 2020, bought this, and it gets used on almost a daily basis up in the unit, and it's never failed. I've not dropped it, unlike one of my big ones which I dropped from a huge height and it was fine, which is basically what made me go for another Unilite. Customer service wise, absolutely top notch. If you check out my other review on the big lamps, they basically dropped one from a height, I think it was probably about 2 meters high onto concrete floor, and it landed face down, and I was certain that it would have broken. Entirely my fault, and absolutely fine, no issues whatsoever. I had a wee issue with another bit of equipment, sent it away to them, and it basically got replaced the next day. They sent it out to me and I sent the faulty section back. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to go back with Unilite, because the customer service was absolutely fantastic, and after using those lights over my right shoulder for months and months and months now, they are absolutely brilliant. So I'll move on now to basically turn all the lights off in this unit, and we'll move over to a dark section up against the white wall. We'll measure out the distance and I'll let you see what the light patterns are like. So from where the camera is to that section of the wall is exactly 3 metres. So I'm going to turn off all the lights in here and I'll jump to just about where the camera is, and I'll start cycling through some of the light options so you can see how the light's diffused and you can see the throw of it. We'll just go turn the big lights off. So as you can see, it's pretty dark, a little bit of ambient light coming in through my door. So the torch is pretty much, you can see the nose of it right there. So that is the spot section, and you can see nice diffused light, no big heat spot in the centre of it, which is absolutely brilliant for spotting defects. So move slightly closer, and again, as you can see, absolutely no hot spot in the centre, diffused perfectly. So I'll move over and put the flood section on. So again, that's it at its brightest setting. So that's up at 870 lumens. It's 850 lumens that is. So you can see it cycling down and cycling back up. It's fairly bright, and again, when you go up really close, beautiful diffused light, no hot spots, nothing like that, no big dots where each of the LEDs are, and again, exactly what you'd expect it to be. So ramp it down, and again, as you'd expect, no hot spots, nothing like that. So that gives you an idea of what the light produces on it. Again, through the large flood section, which you can see is on, down low, off, and then the end section again, which is 150 lumens. So back again to the comfy seat. So you've seen there some of the beam pattern and the throw kind of capabilities of it. I'm not going to regurgitate all of this information from the website, because the chances are if you're looking at picking one of these up, you've already had a look at the website. What I will do is I will look at them, each of the specifications, and give you my own thoughts on them. So lumens 850, that is pretty much self-explanatory, brightness range, etc. The LED is cob LED. You can see it's one big solid line that runs all the way down it. Pretty cool. IP rating IP54 for me. It's inside here. It's very seldom ever going to get soaking wet. I have used it for changing over an alloy wheel. A friend came up. It was absolutely howling down the rain, and he had a flat tyre, so we changed the tyre over outside. So we got an impact gun and we used this handy little thing, and it was bucketing down the rain, and it was absolutely no problem at all. All the buttons, everything is all fairly well insulated, and the wee USB has got the wee flippy cover. Weight 253 grams, basically just over a quarter of a kilogram. It's basically it ain't heavy at all. Like the magnets on, there's no issue with them falling off. There's also the wee funky magnet on the bottom side, so you can also flip it up that way or flip it that way, and there's no concern at all about it being so heavy that it's going to fall off, and in your hand it essentially doesn't feel that heavy whatsoever. Quite easy to use and move about. Battery, 2600 milliamp battery with a runtime of between 3 and I believe 16, it was 3 and 15 hours runtime. Again, that is probably on par. What the website says is probably fairly accurate to what I've found it to be. Generally, whenever I'm not using it, it's up there and plugged in, and pretty much whenever I start my day, it's normally got a full battery, and I've never once had to basically stop what I'm doing and go and charge it up again. Normally whenever I stop, if I stop for a coffee, stop for my lunch, I basically pull those two over, and the little one, the IL-850R, and this one normally live just up there, and I can charge them up with my chargers. And again, I've never once needed more juice. Dimensions, 40 centimetres, so it is quite a lengthy thing, but that's just the nature of the beast, given the fact it's got that big long inspection LED section at the top of it. And yeah, again, there's nothing much that quotes on the website that I have any issues with whatsoever. Would I recommend one? Absolutely. It's a cracking wee bit of kit. It's just so well made. I remember when I opened up the box and you see that kind of long, kind of thin section, you think, is that going to be quite flimsy? And it's not. That's me putting quite a bit of pressure on that, and it's very, very, very sturdy. There's 8 screws bolted or screwed in all along that top section there, which obviously adds to the rigidity. And yeah, it's a very, very funky, cool looking little thing. And my mates come up and the kind of gadget ones are always like, ooh, this wee thing's quite funky, and they always have a wee play with it. So yeah, it's really, really, really good. I would absolutely 100% recommend it. So if you're thinking about it, then absolutely go for it. If you can afford to wait, then personally my advice would be to wait, because there's quite often sales come up. But it wouldn't be the huge deal breaker for me just to go and get one, basically. I think I said £75 is the cost. Yeah, £75 is the cost on the website, and with the discount code, again generic discount code which was available to everybody, brought it down, including shipping, to just under 55 quid. The shipping reasonable as well, £5.50. Make a comment on that as well, be DPD, because it was absolutely fantastic delivery. DPD are just one of the best couriers going. So yeah, go and buy one, we're cracking.